You're here early. Sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Right?
Live from
Somewhere.
it's
Dillon.
Good morning. Good whatever to you. That's my sign on. And we have a doggy that's upset. Oh, good thing straight out of the box. Thank you for ruining my show, Rosa. Thank you for joining. I may have to go tell her to be a good doggy here in a moment. She's given up. Thank you for joining King of All Diffs, De La, Rochi, and G-Rob in the chat this morning. We are talking to Jad T Jones today. He is our host. I am your co-host, Dillon, and we will see if he is open to having someone a little different. And he is dressed in a hat and a V-neck. His is gray. Mine is white. So we won't be exactly alike when we go to the bar and are trolling for tail. Whew. I just ran down the stairs because I almost forgot my water. And that just shows how in shitty a shape I am right now. Plus, my asthma is acting up. You saw me on stream the other day, hit the inhaler, and Jad T Jones here. He is not the best looking man. And honestly, you do want to get your female advice from a bad looking guy, like a really ugly, charismatic guy. You want to get your dating advice from because he really had to put on an act. He had to figure out how charismatic, how to pick up women. These hot guys, they don't know what they're talking about. So me and Jad, we are here in good company of two average or below looking guys talking about chicks. What's up, Jad? Always
welcome to How to
opening.
Approach Women, a step-by-step guide.
So
this is going to be a quick fire kind of lesson for you where I'm just going to give you tactics.
He says it's quick fire, but he's still not talking particularly fast when I speed him up to 1 1/4 speed.
So how do you approach women in the daytime? What are the practical tips and tactics that you can use? So number one is I need you to dress to impress.
This is a multiple part series, how to pick up women in the daytime, step by step. He can come out with a sequel, how to pick up women in the nighttime, step by step. And it does have to do with New York Yankees caps matching with your outfit. This one, he has a different New York Yankees cap on. I got the newest looking hat I could find. So hopefully it isn't too ratty for you. Like the Bret the Hitman Hart hat. That's one we wear with Ray DeVito. That's not one we wear to pick up chicks.
Women's biggest need is what? Women's biggest need is the need to feel safe. So if you're dressed all shabby and you look kind of shady, then a woman's not going to feel safe with you. Let me tell you a little story. I was doing an experiment where I was walking around in a tailor-made suit that fit me like a glove. And something very unexpected started happening.
You got hand jobs? My suits, they're not very. They're kind of fitted. I wouldn't say, yeah, not tailor made, but fitted. So they weren't bad when I bought them. I haven't bought a suit in a while and gotten it tailored. So they probably don't look as nice as me as when I bought them several years ago. I do fluctuate because being a fatty fat is really fun on your taste buds and other parts.
Happening to me. So I'd be walking around downtown Vancouver in this tailor-made suit, and then women, attractive women would just start smiling at me, randomly saying hi to me. I'll never forget one time I was at a crosswalk waiting to cross the street, and then this beautiful girl on a bike, she was like, riding by, and she's like, hi. And I'm like, what's going on here, right? That never happens where women just like...
Because V-necks are more attractive than just regular T-shirts, right, Jad? I'm sure he gets into that in his first part.
So that just goes to show
I bet he doesn't own a single non-V-necked T-shirts, because if you're picking up women, you want the V-neck, not this circular neck. That's not hot.
That when you're dressed to impress, that really makes women feel safe, and it really opens them up. So number one rule of day game, if you will, is dress to impress. Make sure you're groomed.
Day game. Fighter of the night game. Ah.
And you're dressed really well, head to toe. That's going to make you feel more confident. When
he best have some good tips. He is not really good looking, and he is... You would think that someone would bring the charisma, but yeah, he's coming just kind of straightforward, telling us that you need to look good when you pick up women. And yeah, Dabble Storian saying this guy is boring. 100%. You expect your pickup artist to be a charismatic person and giving you tips. Hey, I was once an introvert. Now I'm an extrovert. That's actually my story. I have a better story of picking up women than you. I don't know how your batting average is. I just put out my weirdness and I hit a home run. Not very often, but I hit home runs. I do not hit singles. I do not hit line drives, but sometimes home runs. And we actually have a date. Now I am turning into a system. Excuse me. I will work on that off air. But anyways, I'll get back to that in a moment. Go forth, Jad.
And second of all, it's going to make women feel more safe, because if you're dressed really well and you smell really well, then she's going to know, like, okay, this isn't just some random creepo. This is a guy who's safe and he's got it going on. So
very much
tip number 2, mom. Never go out of your house just to approach women. Okay. I made this mistake and it was a painful one. So
okay, we actually agree here. I do the same thing. I go out and I will edit. Now I have editing to do. I'll go out and write, and breweries and coffee shops are where I'll go and just hang out. And yeah, going out with the intention of meeting women, it never works. You actually just don't swing for the hills every time. Dabble Story saying I should have chosen the dating expert who soaps and asks for drugs on his video. I'm unfamiliar with that guy. I stumbled upon Jad, I forget at one point, and threw him on my maybe audition playlist. So here he is. And yeah, he is not good looking. He is not charismatic. So these have got to be some damn good tips. G Rob says he kind of looks like a hick. I guess a hick from, well, there's Yankee fans everywhere. So, and Rochi, is this Joe from TSN? I was actually, I see it too. Producer Joe from the Shuley Network. I see it. He kind of resembles that guy. He might be his cousin. And I, of course, have the theory that Producer Joe is the cousin of Vince Russo, and that's how he got the job. Bro, Shuley, Vince Russo got all the way from the A's for Aaron Aronson in his phone to the S for Shuley. My buddy, my cousin, he needs a job. He just got out of the clink. He needs to get a job to fulfill his probation. Look, he'll suck your dick. He did a lot in the clink. He's used to it. And that's my theory of how he got to be the most qualified applicant for that job.
Here's what happens. You can try it for yourself if you don't believe me, but here's what usually happens when you go out with the only reason you're going out is to approach women. What happens is you go out there and you start walking around the mall, the coffee shops.
I get you at 1 1/4, right?
And then you just start feeling kind of creepy.
1 1/2, like Hannibal yesterday.
I feel like I'm like
we're just going to keep speeding you up and up. With a cadence like this, with a look like that, you must have, like, this guy should be a best-selling artist. With everything he has working against him to pick up women, giving the YouTube audience a picking up women show. This guy has got to be really have it going on. And I do agree with his first tip. You go out for yourself. You exude more confidence when you go out just as yourself, where you kind of exude the wolf hawk looking for tail. Where is the downed antelope? Where is the weakest antelope? That's kind of what you give off when you're going out looking for women. Whoops.
The creepy pickup artist that just infiltrated the streets of Vancouver with a secret evil mission.
Ooh, Vancouver.
To approach women, right? Like that's what you're going to feel, because
we'll see if these international tips from Canada work here. Well, I don't know. He says he's from Canada. I bet he's from northern Minnesota. I bet he's pulling our leg.
I'm not out here for any other reason than to approach women, and everybody else is out here because they're doing something in their lives. So I do not advise you to ever leave your house to do day game just for the sole. Don't have the sole objective is like, I'm just going to wander the streets and the malls to talk to women. That's going to make you feel creepy.
That's Chris Chan's technique, is to just wander. He had his sign and everything when he would sit down. Dabblestorian asking if I do a co-host audition with myself. Let's see. I think, what do I have up? The wrestling episode that I did solo, that went on for quite a while. That sounds like 100th episode. That's one we can earmark for the 100th episode spectacular myself from the few solo shows that I have done. Even when I go out on a date, getting back to our buddy Jad here, I schedule it near the pinballery, the pinball bar. If you don't show up, I'm playing pinball. And there have been a lot more flakes here and somewhere than there have been in Los Angeles. I was surprised about that. Oh, and the car wrecks per capita. Yeah, this place leads in flakes and car wrecks per the population.
Better strategy is to decide, hey, I'm going to go throughout my day, doing what I need to do. And as I'm going throughout my day, I'm going to look out for opportunities where I can meet women and make small talk with women. And I'm going to make small talk with women every time I have an opportunity to. So here's what I advise. Okay,
here we go. And same thing. If you can just, at the bar, being at a group table at the coffee shop, that helps for a little quips that may be less creepy than 2 tables over. Hey, beautiful. I heard you saying about getting your butthole waxed. I get my chest waxed. I don't get.
Advice for you to do is start making small talk. Small talk is one of the most underrated skills when it comes to being a seducer. What I advise you do is start making small talk with what I call working girls. So working girls are the barista.
Working girls, you can talk. Yeah, you can pick the working girls up anytime. I believe you're using this term wrong, because I pick up the working girls, and the going rate is $200 for an hour. If it's under, you really got a question. If it's over, she best be damn worth it and doing one of the services you really like that the other girls aren't doing.
The coffee shop, the cute cashier at the store, maybe the receptionist at the hotel or office building. So there are all these attractive women who are working, and usually what you do.
All these working girls at the register at the grocery store and the barista at the coffee shop.
Is you say, hello, thank you, goodbye. And that's all you say to these girls, right? Why not take the opportunity with that waitress to make some small talk? Hey, how's your day going? Oh, yeah, this time of day is busy. Oh, hey, those are interesting earrings. Where'd you get them? And start practicing making small talk with women. Another most underrated skill is the ability for men to just be normal around women.
Actually, I kind of already went over this. Just be yourself and exude confidence. Dabblestorian believes these outfits are more for talking on Bill Loney's trucking talk. And actually, I saw he had a trucking channel. My dad was a trucker, so I do have something to add. As not a second generation, he wanted me to get into trucking. I was intimidated by something that big. I wanted to work my way up to that. You didn't want to go raw into something that big. It's quite intimidating. Thank you for joining Rochi. He escaped. LOL, I escaped Dabble. And back to Jad. I already got to this point. Just go out and be yourself, and don't go out looking for it. So I've already covered this. We'll see if he has anything different to say than what I did.
You got to develop the ability to just be like a normal, regular guy who's able to have small talk in a relaxed fashion with beautiful women. And guess what? You know how that is developed? Through practice. Okay. So if all you're doing when you go out is hi, thank you, bye, you're not really getting that much practice. Whereas if you're going out and then you're making 5 minutes of small talk with the barista, 3 minutes of small talk with the waitress.
I actually had a date the other week where she just seemed didn't talk very much, and it was really hard getting a conversation going and rolling. And then I had a better conversation in like 3-4 minutes with a woman in the shopping line at Walmart, just a little bit later than I did in like an hour and a half in that date. So it is neat. She was taken, but yeah, just sharpen those not being a creepy guy skills by talking to ladies. That
1
is
minute of small talk with the cashier, and you're doing that over a period
good
of months.
advice.
Well, now you're developing a skill, and you're also developing a habit. What is a habit? A habit is a behavior that we start doing automatically. So you want to make talking to beautiful women into more of a habit. So you don't have to like push yourself too much to do it, but rather it just becomes kind of your way of being.
It's a habit, not an addiction. That's where sex addiction happens, and it is a real thing, and it's funny when it's a real thing. But yeah, a lot of people just have self-control issues. I'm a sex addict. Nah, you just can't go 3 days without coming, and you really should go 3 days without coming. It feels pretty damn good on that third day.
Now, before we go on, I want to let you know, in case you haven't heard,
every day,
I've
every
just
day, every
released
day.
a brand new program. It's a mid-level program that's priced at a price point that anybody can afford, and I'm going to help
Is he
you
selling it?
attract and date the kind of women you're truly attracted to, and I'm going to help you get a beautiful girlfriend. You can go to jadtjones.com/program to check out this brand new mid-level program. Okay, Jad T Jones.
Is the rest of this video a pitch to buy your products? You gave us something I already know. Oh, you're shooting low. You're shooting at the guys who do not know this. He is shooting very low at the people he wants to get on here. Kane Larkin, I will put on the list. Dabble Story and recommending. Yeah, you're not winning me over. You're giving me basic information. You are shooting for the lowest of the low that don't know the social rays.
/program.
The social Ray DeVito
program where I will coach you personally on how to get a beautiful girl.
Actually, can we get you on with Ray DeVito? I would like to see your skills and what you think of his interactions with ladies, Mr. Jad.
So let's move on to the next tip for day game. But before that, let me just adjust my tripod here. Let's do this.
This isn't alive.
That's better.
You could have cut that out. Oh, I guess he's being genuine. That's another thing. If you want to attract the ladies, you want to be genuine. And, if there was a cut there in that video, you could tell that he wasn't being completely himself. But this is just pure raw him as he realizes, I've got to adjust this. Just excuse me while I tell you what my fault was and how I'll do better in the future.
Our next tip is a mistake a lot of guys make when they're talking to women. Excuse me. What is they try to get the number too quickly. Don't play your game too fast, especially in day game. You need to understand you're just a random person that has just started talking to her. If you only talk to her for a minute or two and then say, hey, can I get your number? Or hey, can I get your Instagram? Even if she says yes, what happens? A lot of guys tell me, hey, guy, Jad, even though I get women's contact details, they ghost me. They never like, call back. So why are these women ghosting me? She seemed really friendly and down when I was talking to her in person. The reason why.
Yeah, a lot of ghosting, as I said, here in Somewhere versus Los Angeles. I mean, it happened both places, but I expected it much more from the Los Angeles flaky hoes than the hoes over here.
Women are ghosting you even after you get their contact details is because you did not create enough connection before getting the number. Okay. So step one is connect.
Actually, I should have pulled my messages when no one's responding to me and I just have a load of dead chats with women I'd still like to meet. I'll just start burgers or pizza, tacos, or just random foods, just random nonsense. And two of them who then I looked back and I was like, oh, I just did a sweep of everyone. I'm not particularly attracted to you. That's why I let it die and didn't mind. So maybe some dates coming up with some women I'm unattracted to because of my own whimsy. But this week, all thumbs up on the multiple dates. These are attractive ladies.
Two is get the contact details. So what's the logic behind this? In seduction, you need to always make sure that you're doing the natural next step. Meaning, if I'm talking to a girl and I feel like there's a lot of connection between us, the natural next step would be to say, hey, you know, we have a beautiful connection going on here. Let's stay more connected. What's your Instagram? Okay.
And then she would say this.
Leave me the fuck alone.
So what do you do then? Are you persistent, or do you just take the loss, take the L? What do you think, Jad?
That's natural. It's a natural next step. Hey, we like each other. Let's stay in contact.
That works
But
very well.
If I was talking
That's
to a
natural
woman
that she
and I
says,
felt
"Leave
no
me the fuck
connection whatsoever-
alone." That flowed into each other pretty well.
However, the natural next step isn't, hey, let's exchange information and talk even more. The natural next step is, okay, there's no real connection here. Nice meeting you. Have a good day. So what you guys are making an error with is you're trying to force and push it. You're like, you know, this interaction isn't really going that well, but let me try anyways. Let me get her number and see if it works anyway.
Yep, and those have gone too far with me, of those forced interactions where I just want some company, and then all of a sudden I'm deep inside of her by the time I realize, hey, I am not attracted to her and don't want to be with her. And whoops. Thanks for taking the wang. Which Rochi believes is what Ray wants. Rochi believes Ray only wants the wangs. Dabble Storian, you should do a psychic co-host. I don't have any of them earmarked yet. That's a good pool. And there's someone from TikTok. I think I've mentioned this. They're actually making a repeat appearance. They're live streaming a lot. I'm gonna have to screen cap their whole show. They're really something.
Works anyways. It never works. Never works. If there's no connection, the next move is, hey, good talking to you. Take care. Have a good day. And you walk away. So you are causing yourself unnecessary pain, disappointment, and rejection by trying to force things when you ask for the number, when it doesn't feel like the natural next step.
And
Now,
that was actually my problem for the longest time. It still is. That final closing the deal of, hey, let me contact you and let's do this again.
You're a guy who's having trouble distinguishing the difference between, hey, is this girl just being friendly with me, or is she sexually into me?
Sometimes just minutes later, you fucking idiot. You did that thing you did when you were a stupid, timid high schooler, and you didn't say, hey, let's go and get a pizza.
Then I've put together a free cheat sheet, one-page cheat sheet called How to Tell If a Woman is Sexually Into You Before You Make a Move on Her. Okay, so you can actually find out if a woman is sexually into you before you make a move on her. And if you want that cheat sheet, all you need to do is send me a direct message on Instagram, and I'll hook you up with that cheat sheet. It's absolutely free, and it'll show you exactly how to tell the difference between when a woman's just being friendly.
Okay, it's not publicly available unless you request it. Jad T Jones Instagram, he will give you this cheat sheet on picking up women. So that's nice. You will have your notes to refer to during the test. You can have your notes during the test while you're out.
Versus when she's actually sexually into you. All right. So maybe I'll also drop it in the description below. So if you're interested in joining my mid-level new program that's going to teach you how to get a girlfriend that you're actually attracted to, check the link in the description. Go to jadtjones.com/program and you can enroll.
All right. He is dripping in instead of having the entire last 6 minutes. He had a minute here, then back to topics.
One of the best
maybe a minute here,
I've ever offered, and you're going to get transformations.
Get back on topic.
You wouldn't believe. I have
transformations. You will be transformed into a ladies' man. Ooh, with a lady.
Every single part of the seduction, from high all the way to sex. So I don't care how long you've struggled. I've helped guys. I've helped the most extreme cases. So if they could do it, you can do it too.
It sounds like you're only dealing with extreme cases, though. This is the most basic of information to get someone to say hello to you, to get someone looking like Terry Clifford to be like, yes, let's go out on a date. Someone who Patrice O'Neill said has no defense against that whatsoever because it's never happened to her. Pick up women the quality of Terry Clifford. I'm sorry, you're a nice woman, but those looks, it brings it down to a no, Terry, you poor, poor woman.
In the description. So our next tip for day game is don't do day game. Don't approach women in the crowded parts of your city, like downtown or in the middle of the subway or any place like that, because in the more concentrated parts of the city, people are...
Yeah, he is dripping it in. We're back on topic again. What do you think, Michael McKeon, of these tips?
You think this is bad? This chicanery? He's done worse.
I don't know why that didn't play all the way. Michael McKeon, we didn't get you. Are you there, Michael McKeon?
You think this is bad? This chicanery? He's done worse.
I can't wait to see his early pickup videos. That should be fun. Dabble Historian says I could co-host the guy who created a fake Ellen interview to get a real Ellen interview. Oh, I forgot about that guy. I vaguely remember that dude. Rochi, I take my pickup advice from Chip. Fuck yeah! Home run. Yeah, Chippa. I haven't tuned into his show in a while, but I'll have to see what the Chippa is up to. I will pass on that 2008 concept. Someone else is already trying to do that old hat of To Catch a Predator. I'll let them keep up with something that is 12 years old. I could take a different spin on no. He's doing that over there, and that's 12 years old. You did give me a fun idea of putting a spin on that, but I'll have to pass. That I've got this old hat on, or it looks new, doesn't it? Yeah, I haven't worn it, so this old hat looks like a new hat.
People are more in a business mindset. They're like going somewhere. Also, in crowded parts of the city, there tend to be bums and shady people. So when you're walking up to her, she's in a rush. She's like, "Who is this? What does this person want from me?" Blah blah blah.
So I can never go to Little Tokyo. I can never go to 82, the best damn barcade in town. We're gonna see some homeless folk. Sometimes you gotta get a little dangerous, Jad.
They're not in the right state of mind. A better strategy for you is to think of more laid back parts of your town or city and go there to socialize. So for example, maybe at the waterfront where there are more like, coffee shops, ice cream stands, restaurants, people are kind of like walking their dogs, hanging out. That's a much better place to approach a woman. Maybe it's in a park.
I've already given you my strategy in the place where there's a pinballery, because if you ain't showing up, I'm still having a great time. And sometimes I do go for, well, I haven't tried that place. If she doesn't show up, I can go and have a good time. Well, figure out if I like this place or not. It's funny how it's that don't give a shit attitude as well that will appeal to the right ones. I'm like, oh well, you didn't show up.
A park.
I'm having fun for me.
Walking their dogs. They're doing some sports. They're reading books. The beach. So in your city, stay away from the really crowded, high-paced areas and go to the more chill areas.
It sounds like you wanted us to stay away from electricity. Stay away from the what now again?
People are walking their dogs. They're doing some sports. They're reading books. The beach.
Yes, the beach, the waterfront. What if you live landlocked? Where do you go, Jad?
In your city, stay away from the really crowded, high-paced areas and go to the more chill areas, and you will find that women are a lot more open and friendly to talk to you in those areas versus right in the dead of downtown. Okay? So those are some tactics for
Oh, well, work is hard. Mm-hmm. What? Oh! They're getting closer all the time. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give him a bunch of ahas here. You get the Harry Shearer aha at the end of the first video. We still got one more video to go. We'll see if we get through that. I did not catch Cardiff last night. And of course, I was like this morning, I will see what Carl's had to say with John. And of course, he took the video down. That's just what he does. Dela believes that Jad should refocus his strategy to picking up homeless women. Ooh, homeless women are the easiest to pick up. And like when you see an attractive homeless woman, it's like, holy shit, I found it. I found the needle in the haystack. The best part about them is you can drop them off anywhere. Oh, fuck yeah, Chippa. Dela, now sticking in with Chippa. Gotta give you a rim shot for that one, Dela.
For how to approach women, if you want to get this woman thing handled once and for all, I've put together a kick-ass program for you. All you need to do is click in the description box or go to jadtjones.com/program, where I will coach you personally on how to get a beautiful girlfriend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next.
On how to get a beautiful girlfriend. No way. You are teaching them how to get Terry Clifford. And Terry Clifford, I don't care how beautiful that personality is, that everything else is not. This second one, we see him once again. It looks like the same gray V-neck t-shirt, this time a bright yellow Yankees cap instead of his camouflage Yankees cap. So he's got this theme here. And yeah, I look much more like a trucker than I do ready to go pick up some women in this outfit. Whereas Jad, look at him making it work, being all uncharismatic and unattractive and picking up women videos. He knows what he's doing. What are you doing in this video, Chad? The 3 things I wish someone had told me about dating.
Hey, what's up? It's Jad T Jones. Welcome to the live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about the 3 things I wish someone would when I started dating. Okay, so this video is for you if you want to save yourself some unnecessary pain in the process of finding a girlfriend and trying to get someone you're attracted to. So, what are the 3 things I wish someone would have told me about the dating game? Number 1, helpful advice. It would have helped if somebody told me, you know what, Jad, you don't have to go out tonight.
It's funny how much he was stalling there. That was like almost 30 seconds of the first thing about dating. When people ask me the first thing of dating, when I wish, do you really have, you were just trying to pad this up to get it to monetization minimums.
If you don't want to. You don't have to drink. You don't have to go to environments.
Look at him. We're 2 for 2 that he's adjusting the camera. He had too much headroom to begin with. So it's adjusting camera time. Yay, Jad. You're winning me over more and more. Jad T Jones, the pickup artist especial.
Okay. So a lot of us guys, when we get into the dating game, we think that it's a given, like, oh yeah, well, of course I would go to nightclubs because that's where all the women are. So I should just go there. Well, before you make that choice, you want to ask yourself, do I even like nightclubs? Is that my scene? It turns out for most guys, it's not their scene. Okay. So a lot of guys.
82 in Los Angeles is both a nightclub and a pinball bar. It's the best of all worlds. There's no more worlds than those 2, right? Dance clubs and pinballery. I don't think there exists anything else.
You're probably more on the introverted side. So a nightclub really wouldn't be an ideal place for you. So one thing that I want to let you know is that you don't need to go to environments that you hate just to get women. Okay. What you need to do is you need to ask yourself, okay, what is my...
Once you have the woman, they will drag you to environments you hate. So yeah, don't start out that way, because then when you go to some place you absolutely hate and meet a woman there, she likes that place. You're going to go there a lot, that place you hate.
Personality like, what do I like doing? And then what are the environments that are in alignment with my unique personality?
What are the environments that are in alignment tonight? Where is Saturn in the...
my strengths.
I ran out of astrological horseshit to talk about already before I got through with that dumb joke.
If you're like an introvert and you're quiet and you don't really talk that much, if you go to a nightclub and it's really loud there, you're probably not going to do very well. Okay. So maybe you're better off going to some groups, some classes, some meetups, hiking, co-ed volleyball, dance class. There are all these different avenues you.
Some groups. Are you sober? Go to an AA meeting. Go to one of those groups. Find someone with similar interests.
Can take to meet people that don't involve going to a nightclub and drinking and going out at night and doing drugs and all that stuff. So when I was young, I thought that I just had to go to nightclubs and drink and do drugs and all that stuff, and I didn't like any of it. Okay, but I thought, oh, that's what you do. Not necessarily. All right. So
Ruchi asking, who is asking this jackass about women? 12-year-olds? Yeah, he is shooting for the most basic of men. Like these tips, he must have been such a fucking weirdo to work himself up to this level of being attractive to women. Just imagine what he overcame to figure out that, hey, I know what I'm talking about. I used to not be able to talk to women, but I figured it out. Like he overcame.
Try to find environments.
He was a less attractive person than this before he learned these great tips, and now he needs to share them with the world. I hope you have a lot more videos, Jad. I want you to make more appearances. I want to come on and be your co-host. What am I kidding? Yes, come on. Every Tuesday, it's the Dillon and Jad show. Dillon and Jad talk about women.
Find with who you are, and you'll probably perform better that way. Now, here's another reason why you don't want to play the game in environments that you hate. If you go to a nightclub and you hate nightclubs, what's your energy going to be like? What's your attitude going to be like? You're going to be like, oh my God, you're uncomfortable, you're bored, you're annoyed, right? Well, this is an energetic game. Women mirror your energy. If you have a bad energy and you're walking up to a woman, well,
as I'm mirroring him, I could be your stand-in, man. I can be your wingman. I could be a lot of things to you, Mr. Jad Jones. A fuck, marry, kill that Dabble Storian is promoting Scorch, Lady Di, and Terry Clifford. Well, once again, you don't have to have sex with your spouse. So Scorch and I could have some wonderful conversations. A lot of them would probably be over his head, but I would enjoy Scorch's response anyway. Lady Di, I gotta kill. So I'm fucking Terry Clifford, and she does need a good fucking. So I'm doing a good thing for the world. getting Terry Clifford laid the way she needs to be. Papa John is co-host. Dabble Storian has a lot of suggestions. And yes, I do appreciate suggestions of co-hosts, or host, rather. I am the co-host of this. Our buddy Jad T Jones is the host here, and hopefully he will have me on Tuesdays every week to talk women with him. I think together we have something going on. This guy is a scholar of the obvious, says Dela. Yeah, that's why he's 12-year-olds or the most awkward people are going to find this useful. Dabble Storian is good at picking up women, but there are no women in the videos. I haven't done a woman in a while, actually. It seemed like I had a couple there in a row. I think Ari Jane was my last host here on co-host auditions. Roji says, I was hungry. So how to stop being hungry? Step 1. Roji is correct. These are the good tips of, oh, damn it, I would have had a great video. I didn't realize how basic bitch these tips were going to be. There's a video I didn't pull that's in the queue for later on at the end.
You're not going to get that connection. Things aren't going to flow for you. On the other hand, let's say you're a sporty kind of guy and you love being on the beach and you're participating.
If you like being on the beach, pick women up at the beach and go to the beach. Oh boy, thank you so much. I cannot wait to pay for your wares in how to date women, how to pick up women.
Volleyball, co-ed volleyball.
Jones.
Well, there you're going to be happy, you're going to be loose, you're going to just be in the zone, and then you're going to talk to a cute girl, but your energy is good because you're in alignment with doing something you enjoy. You're in an environment that you enjoy, and so your energy is good. So when you talk to her, there's going to be a connection, and then that's going to go well, and you're going to get somewhere.
I feel like all his tips I already mentioned in my very first comments of this video because it's the most basic bitch shit there is.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm just reiterating what I said.
The first thing that I wish someone would have told me about dating
first minute of this.
Play your game in environments that you love, and don't play your game in environments that you hate. Okay? So that's tip number 1. Okay? That's tip number 1.
He's referring to his notes. He's got notes
play your game
to remember this gold. He might forget something. There's
in
something
environments that you love
important.
And don't play your game.
All these are very important. You don't want to miss anything.
That's tip number 1. Okay?
Taking a look at his notes there. You've got your cheat sheet there. So you can give us all the answers.
Give me a fucking answer. What don't you get about it?
What don't people get about this picking up women, Jad T Jones?
Okay. That's tip number 1. Now, in case you just joined, we're talking about the 3 things I wish someone would have told me when I started dating.
This isn't under lives. Who's just joining a video that you play on YouTube by pressing play? This isn't a live.
Before I continue, I would like to let you know
I'll reiterate myself sometimes when I had a particularly good zinger, like that time I kept bringing up Shuli the astronaut. I'll say it a few times for the new people coming in, because he is as much a stand-up comedian as Eric the Midget was an actor. So he was called Eric the Midget was Eric the astronaut for a while. Let's call this guy Shuli the astronaut. And I do love that Photoshop. I don't think I've put it on Reddit yet. Dela says Jad T Jones looks like he experimented with neck stretching rings. Yes, he does. That is a heck of a neck. The way Kurt Angle had a fat neck, this guy has a long neck. His mother might be a giraffe.
That I've just released a new coaching program. It's called Girlfriend Mastery. This program has been specifically designed to help you get a girlfriend that you're genuinely attracted to.
So we had 5 minutes of solid tips, not everyone would think of. And now we've got the plugs to his wares.
And help you get one.
That sounds like bonus content. Quick, get me a big enough audience so I can justify buying this for paywall material.
Fast.
Even if you've been stuck. Paywall. The paywall is not justified to build yet.
For 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I've helped the hardest of cases of guys who now have girlfriends or wives. So if they could do it, you can do it too. Check it out, Girlfriend Mastery. You can find the link in the description box or go to jadtjones.com/program. jadtjones.com/program to check out Girlfriend Mastery. Okay, so the second thing that I wish
back to the notes again.
When I started this dating game is the following. I underestimated the amount of girls I was going to have to talk to in order to find a beautiful girlfriend. Okay.
Now he sounds like Chris Chan. It isn't just that he needs a girlfriend. She needs to be beautiful. And sometimes she isn't. Sometimes that personality ranks so off the charts that she can get away with being a 3. And I could be with a 4, but that personality has to be something else to be with a 3. And he referred to his notes again for this. Let's hear that banger one more time that we couldn't figure out on our own, that we needed a dating expert such as Jad T Jones.
Going to have to talk to in order to find a beautiful girl.
Oh yeah, just a lot of swings. Shitty batting average. And me being a fucking weirdo, I know that I'm going to have a much lower batting average, but I'm not bunting. I'm not hitting line drives. They're homers when they happen. Infrequently, but hey, we're not tied down to each other, and we each have a fantastic lives. The home runs that I have hit, we did not be like, this is great, let's hold on to it forever, no matter what. We let it go at the proper time, and that was a great home run.
Okay, so one common mistake I'm seeing with a lot of guys is that they're simply not socializing enough. They're not talking to enough women. If you're not having enough interactions with enough attractive women.
We're 2 videos in, and he's already repeating himself. Within 2 videos, we're already, make sure you just interact with the checkout girl, with the barista, with the meter maid.
You're not going to get where you want to go. These days, guys tend to just spend too much time alone, too much time behind the screen, too much time trying to get a girl through online dating, which, by the way, for most guys doesn't work. Or at least,
yeah, it's nice having the line in the. You want to have as many lines in C as possible. You don't need just one lure down there. Get a few lines going, and no, don't go to the bathroom for those lines. This is the fish and boat lines we're talking about to have multiple of. But maybe you have that personality where you need to have the bathroom lines as well to really get yourself going. And Freud would say, fantastic, keep it going. You just need to stick to that 1800 psychology, not that current psychology, to say, yes, do those lines in the bathroom. They are good for you.
For hot girls, right? So you have to talk to girls in person, and you have to talk to a lot of girls. So the expectation you need to have while going into this game is that you are going to be required to go out there and have very many conversations with very many attractive women. Now, some of you are saying, hey, Jad, I know I'm supposed to go and talk to a lot of beautiful.
It's always with the beautiful. He keeps this. He is, the lowest common denominator is stuck on no one knows me, but one day that beautiful woman will come to me. It's never that average woman. And that average woman doesn't need to have that 10 personality. That average looking woman, 7.5, 8 personality will make up for that not good of looks. What about you, Jad? Being that your looks are not the best and your charisma is not there, what is it that the women love?
Beautiful women, but I'm paralyzed by fear, and no matter how hard I try, I can't approach those beautiful women, or I can approach them, but I can't show my sexual interest. That's where my coaching comes in. Okay, go to the Girlfriend Mastery, and I'll help you out with that. Okay, we have frameworks for everything, but you need to talk to a lot of women if you want to have women in your life. Don't think if you're just sitting there waiting like, okay, I hope I luck out and meet a cute girl next week, and I talk to her and I do everything right and she becomes my girlfriend. That's not really likely to happen.
And another thing that helps me push my weird polyamory beliefs is like, you will not be with this one, only this one forever. You set up the parameters that, you are not my nesting partner. My nesting partner I haven't found yet, but you are my forever side piece, maybe. They don't use side piece as the official language for the satellites. That's the best type of relationship there. You just put the pause button on your romance, and we live in different places, and when we are back together, push the unpause. I am a big fan of those satellite romances.
What's more likely to happen is that Joe is going out socializing 2-3 times a week. He's talking to 7, 8, 10, 12, 20 girls a week. He's putting out a bunch of invitations. And then here's the principle. If you want one woman, go after 10. If you want one woman, go after 10. So you got to work your numbers. This is a numbers game to a degree.
It depends what area of the country. As I said, somewhere weird like Los Angeles, my batting average is much better. The home runs are much more often. Out here in somewhere where people aren't as artist. It isn't as artist heavy who ran away from their toxic family. It is less of a batting average. It's those people who stayed with their toxic family here and are still looking for a way out without, sorry, I'm very good at severing toxic relationships or just any relationship at all. Some would say that's a fear of commitment, and they're probably right.
And also, you need to build your confidence and you need to build your skill. How are you going to build your confidence and your skill if you're never talking to women? Because you're watching videos? Guess what? Knowing about something and doing something are two different things. I know that you understand the game, but can you walk your talk? Probably not, or not as good as well as you need to. That's why you need to go out.
This guy is sounding like a machine. Let's get him drunk. Go 0.75 speed. Maybe he sounds more like a robot than a drunk Jad, as Dabble Storian is saying.
Someone told me is that, you know, it's expectation management. You're gonna have to talk to more.
He sounds like a drunk robot
at
0.75 speed.
Have to talk to in order to get the kind of woman you want in your life. So that's advice number 2. And the final thing.
Yay! He has to refer to his notes, and he can tape the notes to this side of the camera. You don't need a big. He's looking at it really quickly. You don't need a teleprompter. You just need those bullet points that you keep looking over your shoulder for. Those great points. That fantastic point you just said of. Talk to women, talk to more women, which you said within 2 videos. We're 2 for 2 on the you need to talk to women and more women. Thank God my coach was there when I met my wife.
The final piece.
And he does have the coach hat on. Let's get that New York Yankees hat off. Let's get you a logo. You're picking up women logo.
The thing that I wish someone would have told me is that in order to get women, you have to put out a lot of invitations. Okay? You have to put out a lot of invitations. So this is kind of connected with, in order to get one woman, go after
this guy. Definitely put down money, Rochi. He's plugging his wares. So Jad T Jones definitely believed he made money on it. This was an investment. He's got a few avenues that you can go through to buy and hear his stuff. And but that Instagram, remember, we heard earlier, go to Jad T Jones Instagram and just message him for that cheat sheet on, is this woman right for me? I think it was that simple question of, is this woman right for me? Which hopefully you figured out. It took me a while. It takes a little bit to figure out, because fucking titties, they win a lot. Boy, those titties are fantastic. You're perfect for me. Whoops, maybe not.
Out there and socializing, but not putting out invitations. Hey, let's hang out sometime. Hey, me and my buddies are going here. You should join us. Hey, I'm throwing a house parties. You should come and bring your friends. Hey, what do you invitations. You got to constantly be putting out invitations to a lot of women.
I never invite out in a group. We are going to see each other. We are here to get to know each other and see if we're going to do this again, and see if we hug both with and without clothes. And this is our sexual audition, if you will, going with the show theme of being Jad T Jones co-host and auditioning for him.
Women, in order for you to get an abundance of women in your life and ultimately to get that one woman that you want. We got a comment. Just wanted to stop by and tell you thanks. Comment disappeared. Where'd it go? I can't see the comment. I'll have to check.
How old is this? I can see my comments. I can bring them up. King of all diffs is here saying hello to folks. Rochi's saying hello to folks. Friendly bunch here in the Dabbleverse. Thank you for watching my show. And so I'm not on a lonely island out here in the Dabbleverse. I actually have a little bit of an audience here. And they are from the Friendly Bunch.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for dropping by and dropping your thanks.
Bunch, known as the Dabbleverse. Isaac Walmart stopping in. Hugging without clothes is fun, I always say. That is my favorite type of hugging. Let's hug like that more often. And certain states, there's areas where you can hug like that all over the place. I don't know what those states are. I've got to seek those out now that I threw out that information that probably isn't true.
Basically, it said something like, I've been watching you for years and thank you for your help. So you're welcome, brother, and thank you for sticking with me as well. So you got to put out invitations and you got to put invitations out to the women that intimidate you. Most guys aren't putting out invitations to the women that intimidate them. They're talking.
You're reminding me of Daria. I call her Daria. I met her on set. Which one was it? Silicon Valley. And such Daria vibes. And boy, did she hate Zoomers. And when she told off a Zoomer for being a dumbass, oh, I love you, Daria. You've got even more balls than I do, because I'm just holding back. I'm laughing at him, but the fact that you told him off, I took notes of that asshole.
Talking to every other
Told
woman,
him he's
putting
an
out invitations
asshole.
to every other woman,
Thank
but
you,
not the women
Daria.
they really want. You have to take a risk. To be a seducer is to be a risk taker. Okay, you got to be a risk taker, and you have to take the risk of putting out invitations to the women you really want. It's very important. If there's one mistake that a lot of guys make, is they'll go after this girl and that girl, but never that really super attractive one that he really wants, because he can't bear the thought of being rejected by her. That's the one you have to give it an invitation.
That's what they make whiskey for. You're either getting in her or whiskey's getting in you.
Okay, the way to get a beautiful woman is to ask her out.
Well, that hurt. I really wanted to come in her, not to the thought of her. Come here, booze. You'll make me feel better.
Go after what you want. Okay? So, those are the three things I wish someone would have told me before I got into this game. You got to put in your work. Okay?
So that last tip was just don't be afraid of the one you want most. Go for it.
Go to places you hate. Talk to as many women as possible to build that confidence and skill, and put out invitations towards the women that you truly want. Shout out San Antonio, Texas. Thank you, Mr. Art.
Man, I want to see testimonials. You said you have satisfied customers. I need these testimonials. Where do they exist? I need these humans who bought these products from you, tested them out on women. The most basic of elementary advice of be social, and said, thank you, Jad.
So that's it for today's live stream. If you want to join my program,
it was a live
Girlfriend
stream.
Mastery, I'll help you get a girlfriend.
I guess I did get this from the lives. I thought that I got this from the videos. My mistake.
That you're truly attracted to. You can check the link in the description box, or go to jadtjones.com/program. No, brother, unfortunately, you can't call in. I would love that if you could, but unfortunately, I don't have that functionality. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.
So, Christian Bale, what do you think of those 2 videos of Jad T Jones telling us how to pick up women?
This is the second time that he doesn't give a fuck.
No, he really does give a fuck, Christian Bale. It's just that he thinks that this is fantastic advice. When no, I'm serious. Like, this guy picks up women using these tips.
Oh, good for you.
Yep, good for him. He believes these tips are working, and they apparently are so fantastic. He's sharing them with the world. Let's check out another pickup artist. Team DJ Papa picked up this in New Orleans, I believe it said, was the location of this pickup artist in a dance club. The lighting isn't the best. Oh yeah, it's an odd angle when I bring it up like this. Oh well, I'm overlapping with it some. And smooth exits. You want to come up, you want to freak dance too close. That was something I didn't quite understand when being introduced to freak dancing. I was like, so I'm not supposed to put my wiener on you? I thought that was the point, was that you're putting your butt on me and I put my wiener on your butt. I don't understand this freak dancing. I didn't at first, at least. And then it's like, nope. You don't get that close is the problem. He heard that from the last women he paid. Yeah, the testimonials. This is a paid testimonial. Come on, get me, Jad. I'll get the paid testimonial there for you. Double Story earlier was talking about Bob Odenkirk's remake of The Room coming out. A big fan of Bob Odenkirk. And I forgot that exists. That's right. It's like a shot-for-shot remake. The Disaster Artist I found disappointing. One of the biggest things, you do change the story for how things happened in a movie, and the way they changed the story, that it was just instantly, everyone knew that The Room was a hit of shit. They knew it was so awful it was good, which absolutely was not the fact. It was these midnight screenings and the story of the billboard in the middle of Hollywood and Highland, one of the most popular intersections in all of Los Angeles. And he kept that billboard up there for years at a time. I was disappointed they didn't tell that story of it becoming popular over time and the weird stuff that went on around that. And yeah, it was like one guy that got that going. It was a great book, says Isaac Walmart. Yeah, they can get more into detail. You know, you got to get in and out in 90 minutes. You shouldn't get out in 3 hours like a lot of movies do. But the Disaster Artist by maybe one of you will remember his name, but yeah, the co-star of there, I'm sure it was a much better book than it was a movie, because the Disaster Artist as a movie, it was like one guy who helped organize those midnight showings of The Room becoming popular and it actually gaining hits. But here's a little tip of some hot homes. You do want to have a nice, good pad to bring your date back to. Jad T Jones, our pickup artist, would agree to that. So let's check out some of these renovated apartments.
You've probably been hearing they're converting a lot of office space into residential space to stop the economy from falling off a cliff, etc. But I've never seen it done so lazily as they did in this conversion in San Rafael. So we're at the Grand Landing and we're looking at a 1,000 square foot apartment for $500,000. As a caffeine addict, I'm not complaining about the neighbors, but let's check inside. Oh boy. Where to start? I think living here might be just as soul crushing, if not more soul crushing than working here. They
really put some effort into those renovations, didn't they? To make it look like home and just feel so cozy. I'm glad that they didn't just leave it exactly as is and bring in appliances.
On this wall, the carpet still looks commercial grade, and they didn't even bother closing off these glass panels. Now, I know a roof over your head is better than nothing, but
an artistic choice, some would call it. Glass panels into your entire living area for the rest of the residents to see.
Remember, this is $500,000. Just wait till you see the bathroom. It's tucked over here.
$500,000, and this could be all yours. What a deal.
It's like 15 square feet. At this point, just put the toilet in the shower.
That looks like a bathroom from an airplane. Look at the way that shower door closes. It looks like you're closing yourself into the airplane toilet in that shower.
Who needs a bathroom countertop to put your toothbrush on? It's not like you have a lot of products anyway.
Looks like an airplane sink and an airplane shower. Is it an airplane toilet? Are those pods just back to back? Look, it's 2 pods, one for your shower and one for your toilet. And the sink, I've seen that on airlines. I have not seen that anywhere but on airlines.
Anyway, here's another look at your boss's office. I mean your bedroom. At least it's got external
grand
curtains.
Bedroom.
Trying to figure out where you even place the bed in this.
I have the master corner bedroom, the best bedroom on the whole floor.
Room. Sorry, but I do not want to live in the DMV. There's literally still stains on the ceiling. And if this is your front door, good luck pretending you're not home. I guess if you ran a business out of your home, this would be a great storefront. There's also this luxurious outdoor living space. Would you believe it's actually waterfront? It doesn't really matter though, because you can't see the water from here. Here's your little table. And this roof is very much in your way. There's also no way there aren't tons of cigarette butts littered on this roof. For some reason, they chose to show us what it used to look like.
DG wondering why, Dayla rather. You guys are talking about DG in the chat. Dayla wondering why the fuck is she floating around the screen? She's a ghost. She was so frightened by these hot deals that she died, and now she is a spirit on TikTok. It is, I didn't read her name, did I? Rochi, why is she moving all the time? Spirit. Spirits like to get around, just over here, over there. They have got the powers on a different plane than us humans do. So the ghost of TikTok is just floating around, going from place to place as they show us where they died at work. So this is actually where she is haunting. She died at work, and she is really putting down this fantastic renovation. You see the before and after. So you will not come and be one of the living in where she is currently dwelling.
Where they painted and put a kitchen in. As you can tell, the carpeting and everything else is exactly the same. Super authentic for your next office-themed party.
And another set of skills you can have is with Photoshop. We have someone here. Actually, they're doing like CGI artwork. I guess it's AI type of artwork. So actually, I'm promoting something I've talked very much against. We are giving the AI information, and they're going to figure out how to talk to the trees. And once the trees and the AI are aligned, we're fucking dead. So let's see this nice little hobby. You want to have your own hobbies, as this man does. It's Tony Morgan here. He has a lot of these videos where he does generative fill with his AI.
Here's an image of a nice woman I found online. We're going to do some generative AI fill on her using Photoshop Beta. See what it comes out with. I cropped around her. We're going to speed up this process for you. And bam, yeah, it looks like it puts her in a nice shirt. Oh, the generated images were removed because they violate user guidelines. Interesting. So we're going to go in and crop around her and see what else.
I wonder what they could have thought was happening there. I'm pretty sure more of you are familiar with that film star Riley Reid there, and the generative fill is showing us what was going on in this movie scene that Riley Reid was performing in.
It will generate for us, and there you go. So they put her in a bed, and she looks like she's terrified of something, so we're going to add in a scary monster and see what it generates. Oh, and there's your final image.
It's the ghost from the last one. Riley Reid has moved into that former office building, and on this corporeal level that we are on, that's how we perceive that last TikToker who was filming that from the realm beyond. There is a lot of shit that Rochi is too old for. I am too old for that shit. And we've got a couple more. Two from the same. So actually, let's go with this one from Roma Army. Since we got tips for men by men, what a manly man he was. Let's get some tips for women by women from a men's rights act. I can get those words out. Roma Army is a men's rights activist. I give up.
So guys that you don't know and they won't otherwise tell you. Let's go. When a guy tells you that he's fine, what he really means is I'm not fine, but I will be. But if you keep asking me, you're going to make it worse. More often than not, most guys don't take forever in the shower because they're playing this game that they've created where they try to use their pee or the water streams to get your clumps of hair off the wall. Gentlemen are not poor poopers. It's
been a while since I used my stream to clean off the shower. Thank you for reminding me to do that more often, Roma.
Poop just fine. They're taking forever in the bathroom because they're scrolling Reddit in peace. If a man does something for you that he typically doesn't do, like buy you...
There's two ways of scrolling Reddit. With nagging and without. There is no nagging in the bathroom.
Flowers, and your response is, oh, what would you like? Or you never do this. That sends a signal to his brain immediately that says, don't ever do that again. Last but not least, true secret. When guys see a shit stain in the toilet and they get it off with their pee, they do consider that cleaning the bowl.
It's no longer there. All those pieces of debris that we had in the toilet, they are no longer there. So that sounds like cleaning to me. Yeah, Rochi, Roma Army is a friend to men, but she knows what's up. She knows our chicanery and what we're up to. And of course, it's funny. I actually thought that Alan Cotton Socks was going to have this regular ending here. In the earlier episodes, you can see she was the one ending it out. I thought she would be my Balin Dupree, as Carl gets to her on every segment of his Who Are These Socials. But no, Alan Cotton Socks I'm a fan of. I am a bigger fan of Sexy Clowns, and we have heard from Shaylia before. So here's some more from Shaylia as she gives us the point of view of us finally getting the clown girl of our dreams.
Honk, honk.
Oh.
Okay, smell my flower. I can't do it anymore. You're so fucking gross. I keep doing your laundry and there's shit stains on your boxer shorts. Are you serious? Why can't you wipe your ass like every other fucking person?
I thought I got better about that.
When I go into the bathroom to go potty, to pee, there's piss on the seats, piss on the floor, piss on the way to the bathroom. There's like a fucking trail. Are you pissing your pants? Do you not know how to fucking piss in the toilet? Are you like 2 years?
We were cleaning, Shaylee, that entire piss trail. It's all cleaner now, thanks to the urine. Urine makes things more clean. Oh shit, that's right. Only in the toilet and in the shower. Urine does not work to clean in anywhere where there isn't a bathroom set up like that. Jad T Jones sure had some great information for us this week. I hope he's still making videos. Let's see how many times in a row we can come across a Jad T Jones video where he says, you need to talk to more women. Talk to that one you're most attracted to, and then you will get those women. And before we get out of here, just a little shill segment to tell you to like, subscribe. Chat has been very active lately. Thank you all for showing up live and interacting. And you can also comment on the video. That helps as well. Once we are done here, the comments open up and you can say something or another about what you thought of this or what you think of Jad T Jones and what our show would be. And that helps other people see it as well. And then I started saying, go do the same thing with your sock accounts. I wonder if that's violating YouTube terms of service. I have to look up if I can keep doing that joke or not. That might get my channel struck down if I keep doing that gag. And man, my Shannon Doherty eye is acting up, or I'm at an angle or something. I swear my eyes are not even. I'm sure you see it too. I can't unsee it. I'm turning into Shannon Doherty. I didn't even know we were related. So talk about my Shannon Doherty eye and all the charismatic advice that we got from the very unhandsome Jad T Jones in the comments. Thank you so much for coming this week. Another TikTok around the clock tomorrow, and then another slew of shows next week. I'm talking about adding one more show with pre-production. I think I should hold off on just a little bit so I can get my footing on it. Probably 3 co-host auditions. Maybe in 2 weeks, we'll have a new, different show on the lineup. But I'm definitely having fun editing these TikTok around the clocks. Just horseshitting on TikTok live. I can now say that I'm doing work. I'm doing pre-production for my show that maybe one day will be monetized. But we're working our way up. We were at needing 10 times the subscribers and 10 times the views just 2 weeks ago, and now we're down to 8 times. Slowly but surely, we're getting it done to get monetized, but that's not where the real money is. We just need eyeballs on here to do some paywall content. And yeah, thank you for joining each and every one of you chatting today. It's gonna be like a roll call. Yeah, it was bigger than usual today. Thank you all for stopping in, and yeah, it's starting to be like a roll call if I'm listing off every single one of you now. Thank you very much for joining. Please now go